All right, let's do another example. So example number 3. Let's look at the square root of 5 compared to the number 2. Let's look at the square root of 5 compared to 2. So again, on your calculator, if you're using your phone, you have to be in your phone, and your calculator needs to be turned to the side. So we would put in 5 and then the square root, and we would get 2.236. So the square root of 5 as a decimal is 2.236. As opposed to the number 2, if I put zeros in my placeholders, if I put zeros in as placeholders, right, I would be comparing my 2's. Those are the exact same. 2 is bigger than 0, which means the square root of 5 is bigger, which means the square root of 5 is bigger. All right. What about -1.7 and -170%? -1.7 and 170%. This one is a decimal. We good. But my next one, so -170%, take off the percents, divide by 100, and you would get -1.7. It's being compared to -1.7. We won't need to add any zeros as placeholders. So those are equal. All right. I want to look at one more example. I want to look at just one more example. All right. Negative square root of 3 and -1.5. Negative square root of 3 and -1.5. All right. So again, in your phone, make sure that it is on its side. So we would do 3 and then the square root. So that is -1.7 being compared to -1.5. I don't know why I wrote that like that. So -1.7 and -1.5. These are the same. So we are looking here. Remember with negatives, right? That's why I had that number line in. If you look at a number line in the negatives, as you get closer to 0, the number is smaller. So this is actually is actually bigger. It's the opposite of what positives are. So this is bigger than this. All right. Now I want you to do one. So what about the square root of 110? The square root of 110, and I'm going to compare that to 1050%. The square root of 110 being compared to 1050%. You are going to work on that and then come back to me. Welcome back. The square root of 110 was 10.48. The 1050% divided by 100 gives you 10.50. So if I go to look at those, same. Here is different. We're looking at positive numbers. 5 is bigger than 4, so less than is a symbol. Great job. Now you are going